Welcome back to Series 3 of the Lisbon Sessions. In this episode, David Russell speaks with Rafaela Silvério.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Season 3 of the Lisbon Sessions. We've got a familiar face, Rafaela from Cross Borders. Well, Rafaela, we're certainly testing the fluffy microphones today because we've got a gale force wind, and it sounds like, what's this bridge called?
25th of April.
The 25th of April bridge. It sounds like a swarm of bees above us. But we're going to walk and talk and have a little bit of a chat about all things golden visa. Rafaela, loads of noise, as always, politically around about the golden visa at the moment, particularly citizenship. Okay, there's residency, there's citizenship.
Exactly.
Residency doesn't seem to be being discussed at the moment. Citizenship is.
Exactly.
Tell us, if you get residency, I mean, is there much difference between it and citizenship?
No.
Tell us, because there's a lot of noise and chat about it. Let's set the record straight here.
Exactly. Good point, David. So basically, everyone that is afraid of losing the citizenship path because the Portuguese government wants to change it and is still unclear, we have a good alternative, solid, objective alternative to our clients is giving them the legal advice that after 5 years, they are still able to apply for the PR, the permanent residency. It's an equivalent status as the citizenship, as a Portuguese citizen, in terms of working, traveling, study, social security benefits, education, etc. But of course, there's a difference between political rights. You cannot be elected or vote for the national elections, but you can vote for local governments elections. So I think it's a good solution.
So unless you're sitting in California with great hopes of running for Lisbon office, residency's pretty much enough and all you need.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of noise, people out there, as there always is around anything in life, around the golden visa and citizenship rules are being extended. At the end of the day, most people don't even need citizenship. Residency's enough. Okay, be happy with what you've got.
The PR is valid for 5 years. Of course, you have to keep renewable the permanent residency. But imagine, so after 5 years, you apply for the PR because it's a legal requirement to apply for the PR. And then after 5 years, you will already have the 10 years in case the nationality law will change to 10 years, right? For CPLP nationals. They will, after 5 years of the first validity of the first permanent residency, in case they want to apply for the citizenship, so good to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise, people. Let's blah blah blah. Drown it out. It will all be fine. The other thing, and Rafael has pointed this out, we will be filming season 4, and we're going to extend it. We were going to do it in January, but we're going to pop it over to February now until the law is passed and things are a bit more clear. But as I always say, get your golden visa application in, get your investments done. Don't stand in the queue, get in the queue. Don't stand looking at the queue because the amount of time that can elapse waiting for everything to be perfect, you could be invested in working towards your permanent residency.
For sure, exactly.
Ignore political aspirations in Lisbon, okay? You don't need to run for political office.
Yes.
Moving on. Funds, one of my favorite subjects. I'll talk a little bit more about New Frontiers 2 in other episodes. But Rafaela, your clients, what are they looking at in terms of their funds? Any hot topics out there at the moment?
Safety, first of all. And of course, they want to see where they are investing. And the fact that New Frontiers, they have a very positive impact in the Portuguese lands and developing with all the solar energy and stuff. It actually has some visibility, and from the government's perspective, it's more credible than anything else.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I do get that feeling. Certainly, we've got a very healthy pipeline at New Frontiers 1, and we're expecting, hopefully, that to continue at New Frontiers 2. But I am hearing more and more, because people don't always invest all of their money into New Frontiers, they break it up, and when they're talking about other funds, is definitely looking at that spirit of the golden visa. What did the Portuguese government intend for this money to be invested in? And basically, is it doing something good for Portugal?
Exactly, because if you're investing in something that is helping growing Portugal in some points, and namely in this agriculture, solar energies, and developing the lands of Portugal, I think is way better than maybe just investing in some company for other stuff that is not really having a good impact in the Portuguese social and economical life. So
Well, before the mobile blows off the gimbal, people, we want to thank Rafaela for appearing again. We'll pop Rafaela's details up at the bottom of the screen. Summary: invest everything in New Frontiers, and don't run for Portuguese office. You don't need citizenship. Residency is enough. I think that's right.
Exactly.
Thanks, Rafaela. From the 25th of Avril Bridge. See you later, everybody. Thanks very much for watching.
ciao.